Here, and today we are going to do that promised Optiplex 580 video. So you know how I was talking about AMD FX processors in the Optiplex 580? Well, we're going to make that happen today. So I got this package today. I'm pretty sure it's the FX processor that I ordered off a site called Mercari. You might have heard of it on YouTube. It's been around a lot as an ad. And I decided to try it out. I got a good deal on the FX processor for $35. It has no cooler. I don't care. It's not like that BTX Dell where there's going to actually support a third-party cooler. And if it does, it's probably sketchy. But that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and open the package and show you guys what's inside, because we're going to try and see if FX processors will work on an AM3 motherboard. So before I get into this, I want to explain to you guys a couple reasons why I think this is going to work. So main reason is AM3 and AM3 Plus, they're identical sockets. There's only like a 1-pin difference. Don't ignore whatever you see on the internet. That's not true. There's only 1-pin difference, and I will show you guys in the actual socket. But there's a 1-pin difference, and that will actually fit on that. I've already verified it by the images online, so I know that will work. This also has the AMD 785G, which is compatible with the FX 4300 over there. And one last thing is this has a 95-watt maximum thermal power design, which is what that processor supports too. And that's about it. That actually does. And the BIOS on these things are not restrictive. People have put so they put processors that are supposedly not compatible with this computer, but they worked, and it's all good. It doesn't like hexacores though, because it doesn't recognize them for whatever reason. So I went for the 4300, which is a quad core. So it will hopefully recognize it. I don't actually know. The package just arrived right now, so we're gonna actually open it and take a look at what's inside. So here we go. Right here is our processor. So I'm gonna just rip this open. Who cares? I don't need no knife like all other YouTubers. Couple of reasons why I don't think this will work is because the socket AM3 uses 110. It only has 110 amperes versus 145 on the AM3 Plus socket. So that might be an issue. I don't know. That's why we're gonna try it. So it's probably squeezed in here. So let's just, yeah, it's inside. Nice. That's genius. I did not think of that. Yeah, there it is. So, here it is. Let me just find a way out. Yeah, this is jammed in there. Here, I could just probably rip this open right here. So guys, after struggling with that piece of crap, I got the processor. It is a AMD FX 4300. You can't really see it. There it is. So, the FX 4300, we're going to go ahead and take that thing apart and show you guys, and I'm going to try to stick it inside. I just realized there's bent pins, so I'm going to have to probably unbend those. But hopefully they'll just straighten themselves out as I try to stick it inside. That's what I've done with my old Athlon that's in there. I've bent that thing a whole bunch of times anyway. So I'm going to put this aside, take this thing apart, and show you how it's done. So to take this, to swap the CPU on this, it's actually quite simple. Just turn it around, give this a hard yank, and then just pull this off. It's actually quite quick. And then you just have to remove the 2 heatsink screws, which are this one down here, and then there's one hidden over here, one tucked away right there. I think it's that one, yeah. So you're gonna take these off, and it should expose our CPU. So right now, it's there is an AMD Athlon B22, I believe. It's at 2.8 gigahertz. It's a dual core, and it sucks. It's super slow. It's worse than a Core 2 Duo E7500, which I happen to have one of those lying around. It's pretty slow. It's also terrible. So we're gonna loosen our 2 screws, pull this up and away, and there's our CPU. So as I told you, it was an Athlon B22 at 2.8 gigahertz, dual core. This thing sucks. And it also works on AM2 motherboards. So to take that out, you just pull this up and just up and out. Then you just grab your CPU, pull it out, and there it is. There is your 8 Athlon, and then here's the FX I want to try to put in. So this is an FX, and they're literally identical, but you know. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to put this inside, and we're gonna see if it runs. Because just like you can tell, this is an AM3 board because it says AM3 and it's white. This block is white. AM3 plus motherboards, it's black. So as you can see, this will fit. So you know how I was saying that there's only a 1-pin difference when it comes to AM3 plus. If we would just zoom in right here, this part right here, this is right here. There is one more pin. This exact part right there. There's one more pin on the AM3 plus. So, and if we have a look right here, that's not obstructed. That is not obstructed. So the 2 pins would align to this little tab right here. So people online forums, they say that AM3 plus won't fit because there's an additional pin. You are kind of correct, but there is still a pinhole for that. So that is not exactly a thing. So we're gonna go ahead and put this inside, and we're gonna see if it runs. So here we go.
Good position.
Alright, after I spent a couple of minutes unbending the pins, they got bent inside that thing. That package. Yeah. So this will fit barely. There's only 1 pin that isn't used, and that would be located right where this triangle would be. So we can get the camera to focus. Come on, buddy. Focus. And here, I'll just... alright. Whatever. We're not going to worry too much about it. So yeah, the CPU... So there would be that CPU pin down here. The one almost next to my fingernail. Yeah, that one. Would be the one that was not used. I don't know if you can actually see on the camera, but... Yeah, that's the pin that wouldn't be used. Because that has 940 contacts. This has not... Well, that has 941 contacts. This has 940. So one would be free. So it would still work. So it does go in now. It is a bit hard to go in because I just unfixed it. But it does go in. You just have to press a little bit and it's in. As you can see, it is in. Now we can just bring this down. And before we continue, there's one thing we have to do. Before we even do anything, we're going to try to plug it in as it is right now and see if we get Amber Alerts. Because if we do, that's game over. So I'm going to go ahead and get a cable and try this right now. So now hits the moment of truth. We have a power right here. And if this thing blinks yellow, we're done. And yes, I was correct. We got a yellow alert, so take a look. So yeah, so here obviously it doesn't work. So there you go, guys. That's pretty much it. It doesn't work. We got a yellow Amber Alert. The CPU is seated correctly. It is in there. But down here, as you can see that loud fan, yeah, we have a yellow light. That's when you know it's gone. So yeah. So guys, don't try putting FX processors inside. You will get a yellow Amber Alert. So I'm going to go ahead and just play around with this a little bit and see if I can get to stop doing this. But I don't think it's going to happen because we are using a completely incompatible CPU. We're using an AM3 Plus in an AM3 socket. It does fit, but it doesn't seem to work. So guys, that's it for now. I'm going to try to relive this. I'll give an update if we can. Anyway, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more videos, and peace out.
Yeah.
Go here, and once again, once again, this is my little update video on why it's not working clearly. But as you can see, we have our FX processor. But the real reason why this isn't working is because as I said before, I did say this in the beginning of the video, AM3 Plus CPUs need 145 amperes, and this only provides 110. Here's my source. This report was actually provided by ASRock. That's how we know this. As you can see, Softpedia actually made this report, with ASRock made this report. So that's the reason why it's not working. But if this motherboard theoretically did provide that, this would function just fine. But that right there was the real reason why none of this worked. And so I ended up looking like a big, this ended up looking like a big old fail. And because it kind of was. So anyways, guys, the final verdict is don't put FX processors in the Optiplex 580. This is a 580, not the 780. So you can see 580. There you go. Kind of see it. But this is a 580. So the final verdict is don't put FX processors. They do fit. Like, this actually fits on there, and it does actually get warm. But unfortunately, you have to stick to the AM3/AM2 Plus CPUs like this Athlon right here. So that means I was gonna do a build. If this actually powered, I would have done a build with it, because look at this. So we have double slot, which is one of my favorite things about this PC. Unfortunately, this processor was gonna be like the main star of the show, but unfortunately, no, that isn't the case. The motherboard doesn't like it. I don't like the motherboard now. I'm going to probably get rid of this, unfortunately, because I pretty much have no use for it. I already have the 780, which is working just fine back there. And it's looking great. Anyways, guys, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more videos. And now for reals, peace out.